Hey goons, welcome back. It's been a while since I uh uploaded a video on this channel, and you know I have a. I mean, I guess they're not good reasons, but I have a few reasons why I haven't been uploading on this channel. But I'm back, and I figured that I would play some Black Ops 7 Zombies now that I'm back. Or I guess for this video, I just want to kind of test out. See if you guys rock with this or not. But I mean, really, I'm not a big fan of Clash Royale anymore, especially like the new update. Not a very big fan of the new update. The hero cards, the level 16, just I don't know, not fun for me, to be honest. But if you're enjoying it and you like it, then more power to you. Honestly, like I'm not sitting here and telling you like, oh, this update is horrible and you shouldn't play it, because if you enjoy the game, you like the grind, you like doing things with your life, I guess that's one way of putting it, then you can play some Clash Royale, and I'm not gonna judge you, but for me it's just more so like I was playing Clash Royale for almost like about 3-4 hours a day, because I guess, yeah, it's like 4 hours. I was playing 4 hours of Clash Royale every day. And when you play that much Clash Royale every day, it gets a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Monotonous, right? Like, I don't know, I wasn't having fun with it. And I guess maybe I'm just burnt out on Clash Royale, and the new update definitely does not make me want to return to Clash Royale. But anyways, as I was saying, I'm just here to talk about the title of the video, which I believe should be cutting tips, or at least some sort of like variation of that, some sort of variation of that title. Oh my god, I can't kill this zombie. I just want to talk about like some cutting tips that I have learned in these past 3 months of me cutting. And I think the biggest issue for a lot of people when they cut is like cravings, right? Like, I know I get some crazy cravings. Like, I just like it consumes me. Like, for some reason, I always go in these phases of craving where like I want something really, really bad, but I know that like I can't fit it into my diet, or I can't fit it into my goal or whatever, right? Like, for example, I'll use a personal example here. When I first started cutting, like the first month that I was like actually locked into my cut, I was craving donuts all the time. I don't know why. I'm not a donuts guy. Like, it's not like I eat donuts every day, or like, go out of my way to get donuts or anything. For some reason, when I first started cutting, I was just like craving donuts like so bad. Like, all I could be thinking about is the taste and the texture, and like I could vividly picture like a donut just in my head 24/7, and it was pissing me off. Oh, I didn't even start TED trial. Whoops, go do that. But yeah, like that's all I could think about is donuts. And I'm here to tell you that you are going to get cravings. Like, it's not anything new, right? Cravings is just part of our human nature. It's how our brains are wired, I guess. And you can go down a rabbit hole and hire a coach, or spend hours on like researching online on like how to curb your cravings or whatever. But the truth is that the cravings will always be there. And I think that what people need to learn is to, I guess, control their cravings, not just completely get rid of it, because if you focus on getting rid of it, then all that's going to do is it's going to come back later in a potentially stronger, more potent craving, right? So like, for example, the donuts, like I can get rid of the craving by, I can completely get rid of the craving by either drinking, I don't know, diet soda. That's like a big thing that people say online, is like, oh, just drink some diet soda. You know, if you get some Wisp tea. Oh my god, this game hates me. This is genuinely the worst perk. Actually, I take that back. Wisp tea is actually really good for, like, if you're doing the Easter egg and stuff. This perk has helped me a lot on Easter eggs. But anyways, people say drink diet soda, and you know that will get rid of your sweet tooth cravings or whatever. But honestly, I personally don't agree. I don't agree. I don't think diet soda will turn that craving off. And you know, the reason I drink diet soda with my meals is because it's filling. It's carbonation, right? There's so much carbonation in your body that your body's like, okay, maybe I've had enough for now. But honestly, like, I think in order to, you know, realistically cut or like be consistent with your cut, you just have to bear through the pain. And I know that's horrible to hear. That's not what anybody wants to hear, right? Like, oh, if you're cutting, just push through whatever you're feeling. Because, you know, we live in an era where honestly the best advice is to feel what you feel in the moment, and, you know, take it all in, take all your feeling in full stride, and just, you know, just thinking about what your emotion is and feeling it, right? Like, being conscious of what you're feeling is something big nowadays, right? That's what a lot of people teach us nowadays, is like, if you feel something, just, you know, notice it, feel it, and if you need a moment to feel it, then, you know, take that moment to feel it, right? And, you know, I kind of agree with that. I sympathize with that, right? I can understand where that ideology comes from. But as somebody who took that advice to the extreme, it can be really damaging for your health. Because, you know, when I was going through I guess I'm still going through my breakup, but in the beginning of my breakup, like, I always wanted to feel. I wanted to feel my heartbreak. I wanted to feel my pain, because, you know, that's what modern advice tells us, is feel your emotions, be conscious of what you're feeling, and, you know, sit down with it and question it, right? And so I did that. But then I realized that I was doing that for months on end. I was doing that for, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months straight. And I was just like, oh no. And the excuse I would always tell myself is, oh no, I'm just feeling my breakup. I'm just feeling my emotion. So it's fine if I just sit in my bed and do nothing, right? Because you know, there were like months. I went for months just sitting in my bed, just like, you know, hating every second of the day. And like I said, the excuse I would come up with is, oh, I'm just feeling my emotion right now. Like, that's completely normal. This is completely normal for me, or this is completely normal to do. And then I realized that no, it's not normal to always be conscious of your feelings. Sometimes you do have to block it a little bit. Sometimes you do have to, or not block it, but, like, you know, push it down a little bit, like, keep it down a little bit to yourself. And, you know, instead of telling yourself, oh, I'm going to feel this emotion, I think what you should do is, like, you know, be aware of it, as in, like, okay, this is what I'm feeling right now. And then telling yourself, but I'm not going to let it get in the way of what I really want in my life right now. And I think that's kind of the same mindset you should have with cutting, right? Let's go back to the donut example. I was craving donuts like crazy, and which was weird to me because I don't normally eat donuts. It's not like before my cut I was binging on donuts 24/7. Like, I probably have like 3 donuts a year max. Like, I don't go out and get donuts, right? It's not like part of my breakfast or like my day-to-day routine, right? So I was kind of confused. I was like, why am I craving donuts when I don't really eat donuts in the first place? And then I realized that if I let this craving, like if I feel this craving and I let this this craving like control my emotions or whatever, then I'm just going to be eating donuts every single day, or at least every time I get the craving. And this is what I mean by, like, you know, you kind of have to push it down a little bit and just go on through your day. Like even today, actually, I woke up today and I was craving ramen. Like, out of all things, ramen. I barely eat ramen. I don't really eat noodles like that. Like, you know, I probably eat noodles like, I don't know, 5 times a day or something. Or not 5 times a day, 5 times a year. And so I was confused. I was like, okay, why am I craving ramen right now? And then, you know, instead of sitting there and thinking about, oh, I'm craving ramen. Oh, I want ramen. Give me ramen. I want ramen so bad. I was like, I'm just going to, you know, acknowledge that the craving is there. You know, the craving exists, but I'm not going to give into it. I'm not going to seek out ramen. I'm not going to go look up high protein ramen recipes on TikTok or whatever, or Instagram Reels or whatever. Because to be honest, ramen is already pretty calorie dense, and, you know, adding more or adding like any kind of protein to it is still going to keep it a high calorie meal. I mean, I have heard of, like, I forgot what it was called, but there's like this like low calorie ramen alternative, but apparently it's like bad, like really bad for your gut. So I kind of just ignored that. But, you know, I still went on my day. I still ate pretty good today. I was like, you know, I'm craving ramen, but I'm still going to stick to my diet plan. And I think that's what people need to realize about cutting and losing weight in general, is that there are going to be days where you just, I don't know, you want to lose it, right? Like, you want to just go binge eat and just, you know, eat like 5,000 calories in one sitting. But you have to learn to control it, you know? I'm not saying, like, I think what a lot of people say nowadays is either, you know, feel what you're feeling or find a way to completely get rid of it. And I don't agree with either of those. I think there should be a balance, like a small balance of the two, right? Where you are acknowledging what you're feeling, but then you're also not getting rid of it. You're just putting it, like, you're tucking it away. Like, you're putting it away for a little bit, and you're saying, I'll come back to you later, because right now I need to focus on the bigger picture. I need to focus on the bigger goal, right? I can't give in to this temptation of, I don't know, eating donuts, because at the end of the day, I want to lose weight. And, you know, in order to gain something that I want, I have to give up some things that I really, really want. And if that means that I have to give up this donut that I really, really want for a day in order to feel lean for the rest of my life, then I'll more than what's the word? What's the phrase? I kind of forgot. I'm more than willing to oblige, or more than willing to sacrifice that one day of not eating a donut to feel lean for the rest of my life. Sorry, I was about to, I don't know, burp, hiccup, I don't know what it is. But yeah, I mean, that's honestly pretty much it with this video. That's all I really wanted to talk about. I just wanted to talk about some cutting tips, or I guess the cutting tip, the definitive cutting tip. At least I would like to think it is the definitive cutting tip. But yeah, you know, it's just how life is. In order to gain something, you have to give up something. And unfortunately, for foodies like me, you have to give up food in order to feel happy with your body, or feel confident with your body. And yeah, I'm zoning out. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I actually already recorded a video before this one, and I was gonna upload it, but my PC crashed, and that was not fun. So I kind of just gave up on it, and that kind of goes against what I was just talking about. But I just wanted to say, like, I am not too fond of Clash Royale right now, and I don't know if I'll come back to Clash Royale, that is. And if you guys have any ideas for what you want to see on this channel, then please tell me in the comments. I'll be more. I read every single comment. Like, I don't really get that many comments, so I'd love to get some advice from you guys. I'd love to hear what you guys want to see from me. And I also just want to broaden my videos, I guess. So, I would love it if, everybody that's watching this video and people that have been watching my channel to drop a comment and tell me what you want to see out of me. If you want a starting point, I do have some ideas for what I want to upload. I was thinking maybe, keep the same kind of commentary that I was doing with Clash Royale, but changing the game. Not necessarily maybe stick to one game, but like, I can also change the game every, I don't know, like 3 videos ish, maybe like every 2 or 3 videos, like change the game that I'm playing, but keep the same style of commentary, right? Like the unedited, unfiltered, like just whatever's in my head about that topic, just coming off. And I do also kind of want to make like a web series, or like I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. They're called web series. The thing is, I'm pretty horrible at recording in real life. So, just let me know if you're interested in a web series. It would be kind of like it would kind of start as like kind of like a comedy web series, but then it would I'm hoping to make it more like dramatic later, or not dramatic, but like more serious as the show goes on, because I always loved those kinds of shows where they started off like really what's it called? They basically started as like a one-off comedy, like each episode is just kind of whatever, and they're not really connected. You can watch the episodes in any order you want. But it comes at the cost of having a real story. I've always wanted to make like some kind of story. I've always wanted to write some kind of story. And yeah, so like, think shows like Adventure Time, kind of like Regular Show, where it was goofy, not really much going on in the early seasons, but then like later on they were trying to like establish, I guess, continuity or whatever. And I know like a lot of people don't really like that when shows start off as a comedy and then they start becoming like serious and making commentary and stuff like that on the real world. But I'm actually a sucker for those kinds of shows. Like, for me, it always felt like those beginning seasons felt like filler, like just passing the time, like, watch whatever episodes you want and just, kind of just pass the time. And then when the later seasons introduced like a story or like some continuity, I was like, oh, okay, like I like this, like I'm enjoying this. And I think for me, it's because when I first learned about, or when I was taking like, what is it called? English class? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, English class. You learn about like story structure. You learn about how stories are written. And I guess like, very early on, you learn that like, every media at the end of the day does have some kind of message that it's trying to get across to you, right? Like, that's why every time when I end my videos, I always say, oh, the moral of the video is, and I just summarized what I was talking about in that video. So yeah, that was kind of a big tangent, but yeah, so just if you guys could comment down any ideas or the ideas that I just listed off, I would love to hear your guys' opinions, because I really don't know what to do. And I still want to make videos, don't get me wrong, like I still want to upload. I genuinely have no clue what to upload. I'm so lost right now, and I can't lie, the only thing that's keeping me going is really just losing this weight, man. Like, when I started actually no, it's 4 months now. When I started 4 months ago, I was at 255, and I weighed in this morning at 212. So I've lost about 40 pounds, and I'm so happy that I was able to do it. And oh my god. Hold on, let me kill the bear, and then I'll end the video here. This should deal with the bear pretty easily. There we go. Yeah, so moral of the video is oh, I gotta wait. Affected by tactical equipment. Okay. I don't think I got to kill with the tactical equipment, but sure. But yeah, moral of the video is if you're cutting, I know the cravings can be intense. I know, your body's gonna like scream at you to eat a certain food or, do a certain thing. But just, think about the bigger picture. Remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. And, just try, be conscious of what you're feeling, but don't let it control what you're gonna do for that day. That's the best advice I can give. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully. Please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe.